What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it?
4 years ago today, Sacramento police shot and killed 22-year-old Stephon Clark in his grandmother's backyard after officers mistook his cell phone for a gun. The incident brought national attention and calls for justice and changes in policing. And today, a march and rally at the state capitol to raise awareness around racial justice. We have team coverage tonight. ABC 10's Becca Habegger and our lead race and culture reporter, Candace Red. We're both at today's rally. We start with Becca, though, who's talked with Stephon Clark's family about the changes they've seen since his death 4 years ago.
And Madison, I spoke today with Stevante and Sequette Clark, the brother and mother of Stephon Clark. I asked them what positive changes they've seen since Stephon was killed and what change they'd still like to see.
Make some noise for Stephon Clark, y'all!
Today is the day that my son Stephon Clark's legacy began.
Sequette Clark and her son Stevante Clark say from the tragic loss of Stephon Clark 4 years ago, positive change has come.
Slow progress is better than no progress.
He points to AB 392, called the Stephon Clark Law, which Governor Newsom signed in 2019.
Which updated the use of force policy when officers are allowed to use their weapons, changing it from reasonable to necessary.
Officer Aaron Russell in San Diego was just convicted underneath the Stephon Clark Law for the murder of Richard Beals. So that has changed.
Advocates also point to a 2020 state law banning certain chokeholds by law enforcement and another 2020 law which now requires the state attorney general's office to investigate any officer-involved shooting that results in the death of an unarmed person. Locally, the Clark family established the I Am SAC Foundation in Stephon Clark's name, as well as Stephon's House, a site for resources and healing for the black community. But more change is needed.
You know, it gives you hope. But when you see things like the George Floyd Policing Act fail, when you see officers get away with immunity, when you see the police officers' Bill of Rights, it feels like we're taking steps backwards.
Wanda Johnson knows the feeling.
I'm the mother of Oscar Grant, who was killed January 1st, 2009 at the Fruitvale BART station in Oakland, California.
Killed by a BART police officer.
Our people continue to be stereotyped, and this should be eliminated and end. All people should be treated equally and fairly and justly.
You know, the Clark family says they are excited to see the new Stephon Clark College Preparatory Middle School open this fall through the Fortune Schools. That will be in Meadowview, the same South Sac community where Clark was killed by police.